Shalom. Yesterday we were in the book of Titus, and Paul was telling his Gentile son, who he says he talked to him, he said, "This is like my son." He was telling him to go and raise up elders, but he was raising them with the same principles that he raised up Timothy. And when you're raising up elders, I want you to, these are some of the keys, and these are very challenging for me, and they should be challenging for you. But when Paul was telling Timothy in 1 Timothy about raising up elders, listen to the qualifications. 1 Timothy 3:2, a bishop must be blameless, husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, good behavior, given to hospitality, have an apt to teach, not given to much wine, not greedy, not consumed with filthy lucre, but patient, not a brawler, not covetous, and one who rules well his own house, having his children in subjection to all gravity. Well, that's a high order. I mean, if we look at that, that becomes a pretty narrow list. And I think people ask me in real practical terms, like, where do you find these types of people today? They're very hard to find. It's hard for all of us to go down that checklist, and particularly, and it says in one wife. I mean, I've got some people that serve in House of David that have been divorced, and they're on their second marriage, and they're doing a great job in their ministry. But and I still look at them as qualified, that they've been forgiven of the Lord. Does it have an effect on some of the things they do? Absolutely, because they have children from this marriage and children from that. And so then that goes into, having your household into subjection to the Word. And it's harder once all those things happen. So what I'm trying to say to you is this, is that if you're going to appoint elders, you have to give people who are really striving to live to everything that Paul told Timothy here. They're focused on that. They're driven by that. That is their heart's desire. If their heart's desire is for righteousness, they're going to meet these things. They're going to be blameless because they're trusting in the blood of Jesus. But I think if you put just something this narrow out and try to say, okay, you can only be in leadership, you're going to have a very difficult time, because people actually grow into these characters over time. I know for myself that many of the elders that we have here that weren't qualified when they first started, neither was I, but what's happened is we've grown into this. That over time, by the washing of the Word and the renewing of our mind and the battles and the experiences that we've been through, we have become those elders. So I would encourage you, when you go out to a place and you appoint elders, look at people's hearts. Look at those who want to serve. Look at those who have a love and want to serve others and are not self-exalting. And obviously you have to take the Word and you want to bring them into as many of these qualifications as possible. But you don't have to appoint them elders. Allow them to work into it and grow into this eldership, and you watch these qualifications be met over time. God bless. I'll see you tomorrow.